Welcome to the party, pal. I am Commander Tom, and today I want to show you how you can have a work shed like this on your own farm. But before you can have it, we need to build it first.
First stop in getting the shed is obviously purchasing that up here at Robbins. So you go ahead and choose the Construct from Farm Buildings and tab over a few options until you get the initial basic shed. Fair warning, it is 15,000 gold and it's 300 wood, but I think it's worth its weight in gold. For dimensional planning, it's 7 by 3 spaces for you to plan on where you want to put it. And while you're up at Robbins, if you want to buy other things for aesthetics, feel free. There's one tool that I highly encourage if you're trying to invest in, you use. And that would be the workbench. It's an extra 3,000 gold, but it makes mass crafting so much easier.
It looks a lot like this. Now I've gone ahead and put in some initial lighting of just some basic torches in the four corners, and then if you want more lighting, I like the fireplace just for appearance sakes. From here though, let's go ahead and get some actual function built in. I've done a lot of work off screen to prep for this. We're going to start off with picking up some signs, some basic tools here. Let's go ahead and slip on in back into the shed. Alright. Now to assist with labeling, I love signs. So we're going to drop 3 right there and 3 right there. You can do this however you like. If you work well enough with color coding, more power to you. But then what I'm going to do is use the tools in my hand, and I'll use the hoe as the symbol for farming, my pickaxe as the symbol for my mining chest, and then a fishing rod for a symbol of a fishing chest. Then I'm going to take some chests, and you guessed it, drop it down in front of those signs. Now I'm also then going to drop a couple of chests right here. Now you can label them if you want, but to show you a second option of management, go ahead and click into it, and since this is the second box over, I'm going to color it green to represent it as my summer chest. I'm going to go with a lighter green for this one to represent spring, and you guessed it, fall and winter. That's a very simple option as far as how you can do some basic organization to start with. Now, I'm going to put one chest here as my general supplies chest, okay? And I'm placing it there very specifically because, as you notice, I told you at Robbins to buy this device. This is a crafting bench. And this is a very handy device because it will actually access the materials in this chest. That way you don't have to have it in your personal inventory. And technically it'll even access the supplies in this chest. So if you get to crafting that much stuff, you can have a chest on either side and even one in the back. So you can have this access 3 chests. I've designed this to be expandable. We start with one. If you want to move your chests over, if you want to have this as supplies to begin with, that's great. If you want to put the backup supply right back there, it's your workshop. I'm giving you ideas. Now the next thing I'm going to do to help facilitate processing of everything is I'm going to drop down about 4 refining forges, because if you check out the connected video on how to mine efficiently, then we'll be able to bring in a lot of ores from the mine, and I want to be able to drop it in here and really work well. Still going to drop in a charcoal maker right there, and then I'm going to keep up this 2-space gap for appearance sake to balance out the fireplace. If you want to close it down to 1, that's your shop, your choice, but I'm trying to give you ideas here. And then some of the other machines that you have access to pretty simply, year 1 is recycler. Go ahead and drop the oil press, the loom. Take a look here. See if there's anything else major that I want to add right this moment. I see it, and I'll take care of that in a second. Okay. While we're talking about organization, I kind of want to show you what I do as far as for materials in the actual chest. I like to have sort of balances put in. So, clay, stone, wood, hardwood, charcoal, categorical. Okay. Then we'll go with copper ore, copper bar, iron ore, iron bar, gold ore, gold bar. All right. Then I'll show you why I've got that sign there. Sap, slime, fiber. Then we're looking at acorns, maple seeds, pine cone. Then we're looking at oak resin, pine tar, maple syrup, quartz, refined quartz, and then earth crystal. These are all the items that you do most of your crafting with. And then we just bring it in here and drop it into the chest. Nope, I still want to keep that in order. And you can fairly easily see how you've got that. That's why the sign's in there, kind of a placeholder. Also a place to store extra signs. Then we put the sap, and we just go down the line here. And you've got a fairly organized chest that you can see at a glance. When possible, I try not to use up the last of anything. I always leave one in there for the placeholder. But this gives you a very simplified, at a glance, where's my stuff, how much of it do I have, so how much do I need to work up for my next build project. Now, we've got some extra space in here, and I think this is a good opportunity to start focusing on whatever your specialty is going to be, okay? Everyone likes different things. I happen to like becoming the berry baron. I like making a winery. So this is a great opportunity to actually start building the winery. Right now I've been able to get about 17 kegs together. So I'm not going to do anything crazy. We're going to go ahead and drop the kegs right in like this. And we're going to go ahead and drop them just like so. We're going to leave access room like that. I'm still going to leave some of those in here because I do like the light. And just for ease of reality, if sometimes I don't have all the time in the world, I'm going to do an initial, just quick drop box right here. Okay? Since I don't need my bamboo fishing pole, I'm going to drop that right here. I'm generally carrying these now that I've got the full backpack. And then this way, when I'm just doing a quick harvest from the field or from the greenhouse, and I know that I've got crops that I just want to throw into the kegs when I have a minute, that's what this is for. And then when I can come back and I have time to actually fill every keg, then that's what I do here. I just grab one of the crops. No, I don't want to eat it. No. I want to start brewing. This way everything gets pretty centralized. I'm going to be coming into the shop often here for both mining processing as well as for checking on brewing. When I'm doing one, I can do the other. And just keep processing that way. This becomes a centralized location for me to do most of my work. Now obviously you can design this your utility shed the way you want. This is what works for me. This is some general ideas, but if anything, I hope I've maybe inspired you to build your own, because I think they're worth their weight in gold to have a centralized location to work efficiently. I hope that helps. If you like what you saw, if I just made you smile, leave a like and subscribe. I drop videos like this each week. If you want to see more, that's what the playlists are for. I'm Commander Tom, and I will see you next time. Thanks.